15 of the fantasy basketball season, and here's a few forwards I look to add this week. The first guy, Kenyon Martin Jr. of the Houston Rockets. Kenyon Martin, part of the young nucleus over there in Houston, obviously. And he's a guy that could score the basketball, and he's playing well over the last few games. Right now, still available in tons of fantasy leagues is Kenyon Martin Jr. at 78%. He's in here for Kenyon Martin. 11.1 points a game, 5.1 rebounds, 1.4 assists, 1 3 a game, and 54% from the field. But the last couple of weeks here, 14.9 points a game, 6.6 rebounds, 1.4 assists, 1.6 threes, and 53% from the field here for Kenyon Martin. So right now, getting a little bit more playing time over the last few games here, about 35 minutes a game. And he's scoring the basketball at a decent pace. A guy could hit the three ball. Guy who's a pretty decent rebounder like his father was, obviously. Not to those levels, but still could rebound. And he's getting an opportunity with this young nucleus of this Rocket team. January 16th at the Lakers, 17 points, 7 rebounds, 2 threes in that one, 2 blocks, 46% from the field. January 18th versus the Hornets, 11.7 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 threes, 50% from the field. And January 21st at the T-Wolves, 15 points, 9 boards, 2 assists in that ball game, and 50% from the field. So right here, he can score the basketball, like I said. He needs scoring, rebounding, and 3-point shooting. Kenyon Martin's definitely a good add this week here. And like I said, he's still out there in 78% of fantasy leagues. Next guy's Precious Achiuwa of the Toronto Raptors. So Achiuwa, he's been pretty decent throughout his last couple seasons here. Is Achiuwa on the season, 8.7 points a game, 5.5 rebounds and assists, and 42% from the field. But the last few weeks here, 11 a game, 5 rebounds, a steal a game, a 3 a game, and 48% from the field. He's a hard-nosed player, is Achiuwa. He'll go for those rebounds. He's athletic forward, and he's a guy that can hit the three ball a little bit as well, that he's added to his game over the last couple of years. So January 17th at the Bucks, 11.7 rebounds, a block, 2 threes, 40% from the field. January 19th at the Timberwolves, 11 points, 4 rebounds, and assists, 2 blocks in that one, a 3, 62% from the field. And January 21st versus the Celtics, 17 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, a 3, and 46% from the field. So Achiuwa could do many things for fantasy owners. And over the last few weeks here, he's getting different types of categories, 4 or 5 cats at least he's getting. And right now, surprisingly, he's out there in a decent amount of fantasy leagues. He's playing anywhere from 25, 30 minutes a game about. And to be out there in 80% of fantasy leagues is a solid number this week. The next guy I'd look to get on the wire this week here, it's Jalen McDaniels of the Charlotte Hornets. So McDaniel, he's been on and off this waiver wire list over the last few weeks here. And on the season, 11.1 points a game, 4.7 rebounds, 2 assists, 1.1 steals, 1.3 threes a game, and 46% from the field. But the last couple of weeks here, been 13.1 a game, 3.7 rebounds, 1.6 assists, 1.4 steals, 1.6 threes, and 48% from the field. So right now, believe it or not, he's still out there in 51% of fantasy leagues. Here's Jalen McDaniels, and he's in the top 70 in the rankings in fantasy basketball this season. So right now, he's a guy that's doing a little bit of everything. He's a guy that could get the job done in a few categories. And right now, to get him would be a nice pickup, I think. January 16th versus Boston, 26 points, 3 rebounds and assists, 2 steals, 5 threes in that one, 60% from the field. January 18th at Houston, 12 points, 4 boards, 3 assists, 5 steals, a block in that ball game, and 54% from the field. January 21st in Atlanta, 7 points, a rebound, 3 assists, a 3 in that one, and 37% from the field. So right now, he's doing a little bit of everything. I know he had a bad game the 21st at Atlanta, but I'm sure he's going to bounce back. And like I said, he's getting solid playing time. Anywhere from 25, 35 minutes a game here is McDaniel. And he's available in 51% of fantasy leagues. Next guy's Brandon Clarke of the Memphis Grizzlies. So Brandon Clarke, he's back in action now after missing a few games with injury. On the season, 10.4 points a game, 5.5 rebounds, 1.1 assists, 66% from the field. So he's a high-efficient field goal guy. He's not going to hit the 3 ball, but he's going to help you in rebounding, scoring the basketball, stealing the basketball, and that could help you in 4 or 5 categories. The last few weeks here for Clarke since he returned, 12.8 points a game, 6.3 rebounds and assists, 1.8 steals, and 76% from the field. So right now he's been back the last 4 games, and he's playing well, is Clarke. January 14th at the Pacers, 11 points, 2 boards, 2 assists, 3 steals, 100% from the field. January 16th versus the Suns, 13 points, 6 boards, an assist in that one, 25% from the field. January 18th versus the Cavs, 7.7 rebounds and assists, 3 steals, a block, 42% from the field. And January 20th at the Lakers, 20 points, 10 rebounds, a steal, 2 blocks in that one, and 100% from the field. So right now he can do a little bit of everything is Brandon Clarke, especially rebounding and field goal percentage, his top 2 categories. And right now he's a guy out there in a decent amount of fantasy leagues right now, 49%. And I definitely would give him an ad this week in the 5th and final forward I look to add this week. Here's Reggie Bullock of the Dallas Mavericks. So Reggie Bullock, he's been getting it going over the last couple weeks here, even though I know he had a down game recently with Bullock, but on the season, 6.3 points a game, 3.4 rebounds, 1.2 assists, 1.7 threes a game, and 38% from the field. But the last couple weeks here for Bullock, 12.7 points a game, 3.3 rebounds, 1.4 assists, and 51% from the field. So right here, he's a 3-and-D guy. We know that throughout his career. We saw with the New York Knicks a few seasons ago where he got off to a slow start, and then he really got things going, and Dallas signed him to a solid contract a couple of seasons ago. So right here, the last few games for Bullock. January 15th at Portland, 10 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 threes in that one, 44% from the field. January 18th versus Atlanta, 18 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal in that one, 4 threes, 63% from the field. And January 20th versus Miami, 15 points, 3 rebounds, an assist, 2 steals, a block, 5 threes, and 71% from the field. So right now, he's playing good basketball in terms of shooting the 3-ball. He's scoring at a decent rate, and he's getting 1 or 2 steals per game as well over the last few weeks. Available in 91% of leagues. That's a few forwards I look to add here in Week 15 of the fantasy basketball season.